chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Adamu Garba, is imploring the leadership of the party to postpone the party convention scheduled to hold on the 26th of February 2022 to a more convenient date, pending when the various warring factions within the party resolve their differences. The 2019 presidential aspirant of the party says currently the APC has 14 states with different factions contending the leadership stand of the state executive of the party. He said going ahead with the elections might spell doom for the party. Well, Adamu Garba joins us now from our Abuja studio. Good to have you join us on the program. Let's start with why you're urging the parties to postpone the convention, apart from the factions and the crisis between the party.
Thank you very much. I think your preamble has stated clearly one of the biggest problems. We have different factions across states, 14 states as a last count. We also have different legal cases that is pending at court, even challenging the legality of CEP-CPC. You know, although we know that the CEP-CPC is legal and the issue surrounding its legality is completely not something contestable, but again, still there are some cases that are pending on court that is kind of challenging it. So we don't know what might be the outcome of the cases. And when you go back to states, we have different factions with different chairmen contesting for the same position. So if we come into convention ground as a divided party, you need to understand the kind of confusion we are going to have. For instance, if people come from Delta State, or some that come from Kano, or some from Kwara, or Osun State, all of them come as separate chairmen in the same state. Which stand are they even going to occupy within the convention ground? Who is the legitimate chairman? You know, we have this kind of reconciliation committee that was constituted under distinguished Senator Abdullah Adamu. He moved around the country trying to reconcile the warring parties. But to the best of my knowledge, there has not been this very strong outcome that will give the confidence for this convention to go ahead. And that is why I'm of the opinion that I think we should postpone this convention until we organize our house in order, because this convention, every other person is looking at it. And if you look at what the PDP guys are saying, I watched one interview by Senator Shehu Sani. He was saying that they are very happily waiting for the convention so that the party can implode. With that, they will have a gain that will make them to win against our party. So this is a very serious issue. And we should remember again that this is the kind of situation that brought even APC to power when PDP imploded, you know, during the 2013 convention. And that's how we're able to form APC and come and take power. So if we give opportunity for opposition to be able to get this kind of thing, then we may lose opportunity to continue to control the government. And this is a very serious issue. So we don't go to war front as a divided party. We have to go as a united, strong force, and that there are supposed to be consensus across board before we even get into the convention ground. So for the time that we have now, we have 26, and 26 is too short for us to be able to reconcile all those warring parties. So the best solution is let the caretaker committee have more time, maybe 3-4 months, to be able to reconcile all those warring issues before we get into convention as a very strong, united party.
So, Mr. Adamu Garba, I would like to know any reaction from the leadership of your party. Are they open to this suggestion to postpone the convention?
The leadership of the party under His Excellency Mai Malabuni, the governor of Yobe State and the chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Committee, did not react. Why? Because they have already made it known that 26 is the date they fixed for the convention. But there are people like me, many of us within the party, that knew that this party is likely facing the consequences of implosion when we go into this convention ground with this situation. So the best solution is for us to call as members of the party to make the leadership of the party understand that moving ahead with this might likely spell doom for the party. So the best solution is for us to wait for the appropriate time when we have a very strong united force as one party, so that when we get into the convention ground, we are going to emerge as a very successful front so that we can confront the opposition and win power. So that is why we are doing this advocacy, so that the leadership of the party can understand that there are members in the party that are aggrieved with this situation, and that we understand that these divisions might likely cause very serious problem if we allow this convention to go ahead on the 26th of February as announced.
Mr. Garba, how do you plan on making the leadership of the party understand your position? As we see the 26th, it's coming really soon. And also, how long will it take for the party to get their house in order? You're saying to postpone it, but it seems like a somewhat indefinite situation. How long is it going to take for the party to get themselves together?
I believe if they have more time, 3-4 months, a very solid conciliation committee need to be organized, that all the different factions accept and trust, then they can now go back to these different factions and find a way to conciliate the party members, so that when we come to convention ground, we don't have a situation whereby Delta 1 and Delta 2 are contesting each other in the same convention ground, and you have Kwara 1 and Kwara 2 contesting in the same convention ground. You have this state and that state contesting each other on the same convention ground. And if we go there and some members felt like the outcome of the convention did not favor them, we may have a walkout, and we should avoid walkout in our convention ground as much as possible. So the best solution is for the leadership of the party to heed to the calling of members of the party like us, so that we should go to that convention as a united home. Somebody like me, I jumped from PDP into APC. I don't know ACN, I don't know CPC, I don't know AMPP, I don't know ABGA, I have no any party other than the PDP. And so many young people within the party, they have no any other place other than the APC. So if APC is the party that we know, it is our responsibility to ensure that APC is protected as much as possible, so that we don't have implosion and that we continue to advance our democratic right to contest and win power, so that we can continue to control the government and deliver the good that President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR has started. We will not want a situation whereby his legacy will be taken away by the implosion of the party, because we believe if the current president Muhammadu Buhari's tenure expired in 2023 and he did not leave a strong party that brought back the government in power, so that we can continue the legacies that APC has been delivering to the people of the country, then we're actually in problem.
All right, then. We're going to have to leave our conversation there. Adamu Garba, APC chieftain and former presidential aspirant, many thanks for coming on the program.